This is an emergency that we have never experienced before, and so the control measures that we need to put into place have not been adequately put into place. So we are now gearing up to that, so we need to move it very fast so that it doesn't get out of control. This is going to challenge all of our development agenda, our infrastructure. It's going to challenge all of the gains we have made since we came to power. And so the international community need to look at this as an emergency of a high magnitude for us.
This has been an issue since March, a growing issue since March. We're now at 700 plus individuals have died. How was more not done prior to this time?
Individual countries can attest to what they've been doing, but when this started, it was entirely a new situation in our countries. And the countries that are involved have long stretched borders, very porous borders. People have relatives living on the other side of the country. There was a lot of denial because people felt that this was a scheme maybe for something else. We believe that the response was there, but it needed to be more urgent, and the decisions we took were to match the spread.
Is there a timeline where the President, yourself, the administration wants this issue to be contained, or thinks that this issue can be contained?
We believe in about a month, as we begin to move with the same vigor and trying to raise the campaign at the level the President did by bringing in setting up a committee that is all-inclusive, working with the local communities, trying to see about the borders, deploying the security, the police and the soldiers to make sure that the health care workers are protected.
Do you foresee specific requests to other institutions like the World Bank or IMF?
That's why we have the technical committee to do an assessment of what is required to be able to bring this situation under control within the time frame. And that assessment is on course, but we believe the $100 million is a welcoming move by the WHO, but we believe that we probably would need more than that.
UN personnel are drawing down with the expected pullout in 2015. You look at issues like it have arisen in the last couple of months with Ebola. Has it come to a moment where your administration has approached the UN and requested perhaps an extension of the timeline?
These are issues that have been dealt with because we believe that the drawdown is also overstretching us because we have to now be able to put into place those personnel, those logistics that will no longer be provided by the peacekeeping forces. So that is a serious challenge, and we believe that the international community should understand that from where Liberia is coming, we will not be in position to close all those gaps that are going to be left. Our situation needs to be looked at very carefully so that all the gains that have been made through the help of the UN peacekeeping forces will not disappear in the short term.
Corruption has long been an issue. The President has taken steps. Do you feel like the steps are adequate that have been taken, and are there more steps that need to be taken going forward?
We all have to be accountable. Corruption, the way I see it, is not just a matter of maybe embezzlement, or is the matter of putting into place a system that can be monitored, that can put check and balances into place. So we have taken, I wouldn't say adequate, but we have taken measures, whether it is in our judiciary system, the legal system, the rule of law, and putting into place those practices that have to do with procurement, put into place that have to do with governance.
Is there something that the U.S., both on the government side and on the private sector side, can learn from China in terms of how to work in Liberia, how to invest in Liberia?
We know that we have Chinese investment, but we are not using them as a standard for investment. We are saying that we want investment and not a handout, but an investment that will open up our economy, try to build the right infrastructure. We believe that we also have something that we can put into this partnership to make it work.